Hello again. I wanted to come on real quickly to talk to you about our new cling stamps. Stampin' Up has come out with a new form of rubber stamp, and the main difference is how it adheres to the acrylic blocks. So previously we carried clear mount stamps is what they were referred to, and some of the issues that people were having were that they weren't staying on the acrylic block when they stamped with them. So Stampin' Up came up with a solution where the labels for the cling mount stamps are stickier than what was on the clear mount stamps. So I hope that's not all too confusing, but I wanted to show you real quickly how I mount my stamps and how I store them. So there's a few different ways out there, but this works for me, so I'm going to get right to it and show you how to do that. Put the labels on the new stamps and how sticky they really are, and some things to be concerned with when you do mount them. So this is a new stamp set that I just got. It's called Life is Grand. It has some really nice, great large images that you can stamp greetings with. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up and show you how your stamps come. So you have your new labels and your stamps, pretty much how you're used to seeing them. So what I do first is I go ahead and break out all of my stamps from that larger piece of rubber, just so that I have everything already broken away before I start mounting my stamps. And then what I do is I peel back this protective backing, and I actually save these cut-offs and mount it into my stamp case. You can mount it on either side of your stamp case, doesn't really matter. And just get it in there so that the case is going to close easily. So the reason why I save this is so that I can easily see which stamps are missing, so I don't put the stamp case away in my cabinet until all of my spots are filled. And then I put my labels aside, and I'm just going to peel the backing off of my stamps. So if I'm doing a lot of stamps, I'll go ahead and peel all of those labels off, all of the backing pieces off, and just stick them to my stamp case until I'm ready to put the labels on. So I'm not going to do all of those right now. I'm just going to do this one. So this is this one here. Just want to make sure, because you only have one chance to do this. These labels are super sticky, and if you don't get it right the first time, there are some ways to fix it, but not a whole lot. So some people are just peeling off half of the backing and then taking their stamp to the label like that, and then lifting it up and releasing the other half of the backing. You can certainly do it that way, and I had done a lot of my stamps that way, but I found that it wasn't quite lining up as nice as I liked. So I found that if I peel off half of the label and then lift the rest of the label up and then mount it, I have a better chance of getting it lined up exactly where it should be. So when you do this, it's a little confusing because your words are backwards on your stamp. So you want to keep the paper side, the side that has half of the paper still attached, that's going to be laying down next to your stamp. And then the piece that you've already peeled off is going to get stuck to your stamp. And you're just going to slowly line that up. Get half of it lined up first. You're going to want to stick like a fingernail right down in there so that this label doesn't lean back down on there, because then it's going to be a sticky mess. So you want to just stick your thumb down in there so that it doesn't fold over on itself, and then slowly lay that down. Sounds a lot harder than it is, but it really goes pretty quickly. So there's your label on your stamp. So now this label is super sticky. You couldn't do this with the other clear mount stamps that we had. So what you want to do is go ahead and lay this stamp down on your acrylic block. I don't have one that's big enough here, but you would just lay this down on your acrylic block, and you would be ready to ink that image up and stamp it. You want to make sure that you lift this up off the block after you're done cleaning it and put it back into the case. And if you find that your stamp is not lifting up off your block very easily, you want to just get a little corner and get your thumbnail down into a corner and make sure you're lifting it up with the label. Make sure you're not just tearing it up from the side without lifting up that whole label. So you just lift that up. Excuse me. And find the coordinating place where it goes back into, to save it into your case like so. So another reason why it's good to save this extra rubber is because it allows the stamp just to kind of sit right on top. Sometimes if this stamp with that sticky label is stuck directly onto your case, it's a little tough to get up again. So just go ahead and keep that extra rubber and lay it down like so. Once you another clever tip that some of the demonstrators have come up with is once you're done putting all your labels down, go ahead and save your extra label sheet, like this extra piece here that doesn't have any writing on it. You can use that extra sticky label to help some of your older clear mount stamps stick to your stamp acrylic blocks. Okay, so those are just a couple tips I wanted to get out there. Hopefully that helps you make the conversion over to our cling mount stamps. I find that they're actually stamping clearer images than the other clear mount stamps that we were using. So I'm really happy with them, and I hope that you will be too. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any of them. And if you are running into any issues with the new stamps, just let me know and we can get those resolved. Okay, feel free to reach out to me at Melinda's Rubber Room on Facebook, and you can message me there and I'll get right back to you. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.